Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Guys, what is going on? How you guys all doing tonight? Just making sure that things are smooth because I still gotta work on an intro. For some reason that still lags like crazy, and I think we're good. Okay, I will get rolling and get started. Guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man at 93. This is gonna be a little rushed, not gonna lie, because I'm on a wee bit of a time crunch. Just got a lot. This is a busy week, and that is why I'm doing this live during Raw right now. Again, I just have a lot going on. I leave in a couple days for a trip for my sister's wedding, so I got a lot to get done. So that's why I'm trying to squeeze in a few minutes to do my Elimination Chamber preview now. I was trying to do it yesterday, but it didn't work out, so I am here now, and we're going to roll into it, though. Like I said, I'm not going to be down here too long. Again, I got just going to get this out of the way. So I haven't watched Raw yet tonight. When I did check what's gone on so far, I did see that Jey Uso did qualify for the men's chamber match, and he is the 6th participant. And I believe that means I got everybody correct, I believe, as far as I know, for the men's chamber. No, I didn't. Javon Evans got in instead of Gunther. So that was the only one I didn't get right for the men's. I don't know if they'll add another match in or not. They may, like a tag title match, or they're doing AJ Styles Appreciation Night on Raw tonight. They could swerve us maybe with something with him. I doubt it. But for now, I'm going to stick with the fact that there's only 4 matches on this card. And overall, I know I've said in recent weeks that the build, the chamber, has been a little meh. It's kind of had the same feel as what it felt in 2024, where the chamber matches are kind of predictable. Not so much now, really, I will say. But also, it's more so like a homecoming for both CM Punk and AJ Lee, which both of the non-chamber matches are matches for each of them. AJ's fighting Becky for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and CM Punk is defending his world title against Finn Balor. I do kind of wish that match had a stipulation to it, but it does not. But we'll talk about those 2 matches first. I will briefly check the live chat at the end. So I do see you're here, Tyler. Thank you for joining. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch, so I'm going to just fly through my predictions real quick and then get a couple comments in the live chat, and then we will call it a night. Like I said, I do not know yet who is qualified for the women's chamber match, as I have not seen that result on Raw, but I will be watching Raw if I get time tonight. Like I said, I just have a lot to do before I leave on Wednesday. So again, I don't feel like it gets as predictable as I thought it was. But I don't have super high expectations for this show. But I do feel like there should be a couple little swerves here that happen at Chamber. For the non-chamber matches, we have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee for a women's IC title. Again, I'm surprised that they're doing this here and not at WrestleMania. But I guess I understand, because this is AJ's current home city she's living in. So I get why that they're doing this match now. You're going to set up for a stipulation match at WrestleMania, or a fatal 4-way involving her, Becky, AJ, Natty, and Maxine. Because I feel like they're kind of like tying both those stories into each other, if I'm being honest. But either way, Becky's got to get some sort of an upper hand on this one. I know we're in the hometown, but every time so far, AJ Lee and Becky have crossed paths. AJ Lee's always getting like the upper hand, it feels like. So, because that's why I even thought if you want to have an upper hand, have AJ Lee be in the Women's Rumble and have Becky eliminate her. AJ was not in the Rumble. I was surprised a little, but it's not the end of the world in my opinion that she wasn't in the Rumble. But I think Becky gets some type of like one up here, whether if it's by disqualification or, you know, whether it's like a sneaky victory or like it's not going to be a clean finish in my opinion. I don't think it's going to end clean. But Becky will get the rub here through some ways. Like I said, she's going to set up for a stipulation match at Mania, or it's going to set up for a fatal 4-way at Mania. So that's where I'm going to stand with that one. CM Punk and Finn Balor, again, I wish it had a stipulation to it. It's very obvious that CM Punk, though, is retaining here, and he's going to go on to fight Roman Reigns. It will probably be the main event of night 2. Should be, to be honest. But all I'm hoping that this match does accomplish is that it does, again, like it did in Belfast last month, give us that reminder that Finn Balor still got it. I get us in that direction where Finn Balor is starting to, you know, see, you know, he wants to embrace his old self again like he once was. As we continue to form the cracks in Judgment Day, as it seems to be with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and Finn Balor and the rest of the guys and whatnot. You know, I do like the promo last week on Raw where CM Punk reminded Finn that everything that he accomplished, he did on his own, and how Judgment Day's been nothing but an anchor holding him down. So I want this match to at least have Finn Balor give us that feel that he still got it. So that's what I'm hoping for, but CM Punk is retaining. So those are the two non-title matches. For the women's chamber match, so as of now, the 5 confirmed entrants are Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Kiana James. Tonight, either Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, or Kairi Sane will be the 6th entrant into the women's chamber. Honestly, as far as that 6th match goes, I think that one can go either way. Any of them, I think, have a story to be getting there. Io, you know, just for the star power. Kairi Sane, if they want to make things interesting with her and Asuka both being in the chamber as well to further their story. And even Raquel. I feel like if you did put Raquel in there, with her teasing dissension with Liv Morgan, you could possibly have her like fight Jade maybe, or somehow get involved with, I don't know, that's overcomplicating it. We'll talk about overcomplicating when we get to the men's. But I don't think they think she would win, but I think like she could at least, you know, like make a push to get in. So I think that women's qualifying match go either way. Personally, I want it to be Kairi Sane just because I'm interested in them furthering the storyline with her and Asuka. Kairi accidentally eliminated Asuka from the Rumble, and they are getting back to, you know, the roots of the story where Asuka's like being very powerful over Kairi, and eventually we're going to have Kairi turn on Asuka. So I am kind of wanting to see those roots happen there. So that's why I definitely don't see Asuka or whoever wins this 6th qualifying match tonight. I don't see either of them winning. I also do not see Kiana James winning it. I'm still surprised that they put Kiana in over Charlotte. But again, so I think, even though I'm surprised, because I do think since Bianca Belair is still injured, the next best match for Jade Cargill was Charlotte. So I am still surprised they didn't put her in a chamber. But I do get that WWE is trying to, you know, give us something different, swerve us. I get it. The thing I gotta say is, like, how are they going to follow through with the Charlotte storyline? Because as I've said in my recent videos, I do like that they are giving Charlotte some character development. And having her, like, you know, there's these moments where she's testing the waters, but she's doing the opposite of what Charlotte used to do. And this one is a big test where she really missed out on an opportunity that her best friend is getting. Will she turn on Alexa in this match? Or is she going to accept Alexa for getting this opportunity? So to be honest, out of the other three, I kind of want it to be Alexa. Because I feel like that would really test the waters with the Charlotte storyline. If that's the case, I feel like it's going to extend past WrestleMania to when they have one of them turn on the other. But I think that would be an interesting way to go with it. You could also do Rhea Ripley, because honestly, out of anyone in this match, in the confirmed entrance, Rhea Ripley probably would be the biggest match for Jade Cargill, I would for sure say. But the only problem is Rhea Ripley is women's tag team champion. I don't know if they would have her pull double duty. They could, you never know. But I still think the end goal is for Rio to drop the tag titles to the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. I know, I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but it's whatever to me. So that's why I don't think it's going to be that. I'm afraid it's going to be Tiffany Stratton. If I could pick my honest pick, I would rather go with Alexa out of this group. But if I'm thinking WWE, I have this feeling they're going to go with Tiffany Stratton, which I think that's a big mistake, because although, yes, Tiffy does want to get her revenge on Jade for taking her out back in November with the injury, but the problem is we've already seen that match how many freaking times. Like, it's literally the same way I feel about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. It's the same. I mean, I feel like a Jade and Tiffany match wouldn't be as predictable as Cody and Drew. If they do Cody and Drew one-on-one, you know Cody's winning the belt back. But Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill could still go either way. But again, we've seen it too many times. So I don't want to see it, but I'm worried and I feel like they're going to go with Tiffany. So I would rather it be Alexa Bliss. But I think they're going to go with Tiffany Stratton. So that's where I settle on that one. And then the men's chamber match. So like I said before, I did see that Jey Uso qualified. I'm wondering if it was supposed to be Bronson Reed, because I'm pretty sure this last spot could have been for Braun Breaker. Unless Braun wouldn't have won his qualifying match. They would have further on a storyline with him and Adam Pearce, but Braun's out injured. And it looks like Bronson Reed hurt his shoulder during the qualifying match as well, which that sucks. So I'm wondering, if Jay getting involved in this is going to kind of trigger the storyline that was going on with him before he reformed the Usos with Jimmy. I don't know if they would or not, but either way, I don't see Jay winning. Jay's definitely not winning. I also don't think Javon Evans or Trick Williams are going to win it. But I am hoping for a good showing. Randy Orton, I definitely don't see winning it. I would love for it to be LA Knight. But we all know Cody Rhodes is winning this match. However, though, the thing that's itching at me too is that I feel like something else has to happen besides Cody winning. Even though, once again, as I said in my SmackDown review for over the weekend, that it just feels like they're just overcomplicating it. Like, okay, they're trying to throw in some swerves, which I appreciate, but to me, it's like it's the snowball effect. Like, you're making a bigger mountain out of the molehill with this. You're setting up too many people to fight Drew McIntyre. You're setting up basically a multi-man match. But the problem is if you put in Randy Orton, he was in the chamber. Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn had their chances to qualify for the chamber, but yet you're still going to give them the match anyways. Yes, Drew McIntyre got involved with their match. It was a difference maker. I get that. But still, it's making the chamber match look very pointless. And I know the crowd's listening. They're listening to the fact that we don't want to see Cody and Drew again. And we know if they do Cody versus Drew, we all know Cody Rhodes is going to win. But Jacob Fatu still has beef. Sami Zayn still has a history with Drew McIntyre. He technically got ripped off as well. Now, which I'm still thinking the only the reason why they had Drew get involved with that main event with Randy Orton and Aleister Black on Friday, I'm thinking is because they were trying to use Randy as bait for Cody. But again, Randy's in Chamber. So although he cost him a match against Aleister Black, he cost him a match against Aleister Black, now Randy Orton is going to target Drew McIntyre. But I feel like if you want to make this interesting, I do think that if they want to make this interesting, they should have the heel turn happen here. Again, I did a video a few months ago where I talked about who could be the possible suspect for Jacob Fatu. And I know I said maybe The Rock. But I don't get the vibe that The Rock's going to be back anytime soon. I mean, you still could do it and have Cody, finally sell his soul to The Rock and have that somewhat be the caveat, the setup for the future match, hopefully next year with Roman Reigns and The Rock in Saudi Arabia. I doubt it's still going to happen, though, because I still just not going to believe it until I see it, because they've had it waved in our face how many times and then just pull back on it either way. So either way, I know I'm not getting my hopes up anymore. But there was the other idea I pitched where because I think everybody's thinking that if it's not Drew McIntyre, then it's Randy Orton who attacked Jacob Fatu months ago. So what if it was Randy Orton, but again, Cody was the mastermind, and Randy Orton does get eliminated but turns heel, helps Cody win, and that's how he gets to the match at Mania. Which, yes, you would have Jacob Fatu probably be thrown in there for making a triple threat, but that would make things a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. Either way, Cody Rhodes is winning it. I still feel like either way, a heel turn in some ways is happening at this show during that men's chamber match. But like I said, if they're going to turn it into a multi-man match, they are just further complicating things. They could just have Cody win and that's that. But I feel like, Jacob Fatu is going to get involved somehow. Maybe Sami Zayn and Randy Orton. I don't know, because Sami Zayn, he apologized to Cody, like that's. And again, the only reason I can see why they thought that was a good idea is that they're trying to play on the same idea from NXT, where Sami Zayn is just too soft, too sensitive, and whatnot, and people take advantage of that, and then that's what kind of fuels Sammy in a direction where we want him to go, would be a little more, serious and get that killer instinct and whatnot. So Cody's winning the chamber match either way, but they're put a little bit more meat on it. Like I said, have Randy Orton be the one revealed to have attacked Jacob Fatu, and he'll get eliminated, but he helps Cody win, and it starts up the heel duo, which will be a good reason to get Jacob Fatu involved and make it a triple threat match. Just saying. So, yeah, those are my predictions. Cody wins the men's chamber. I hate to see it happen, but I'm going to stick with, even though I want it to be Alexa Bliss, I think Tiffany Stratton's winning the women's chamber. Becky's going to win by some way against AJ Lee, and CM Punk will retain against Finn Balor. And that's my quick preview predictions, guys. Guys, I know it was fast, but again, I got stuff to do. Wanted to get this preview done real quick before I, head out on the road. Again, we'll watch Chamber at some point while I'm away, but I will, when I get back, do my Chamber review. No Raw and SmackDown reviews this week or next week. We will resume the following week with Raw and SmackDown reviews on the road to WrestleMania, and we'll go from there. So check the live chat really quick before I go off the air. Tyler said Charlotte should have been in the chamber match. I still think that was the next best match to do with Bianca not being available. I want to see Gunther on fire in 2K26. Oh, geez. Only match that I care is Punk and Roman. So far, it's all I care for WrestleMania as well, too. And make Becky and AJ the main event. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be opposed to that for sure. I do feel like they're going to make either Punk's match the main event, or they could go with the men's chamber. Basically, I think any of the matches could main event the show, except for the women's chamber match. But I think they're going to go have Punk and Finn main event the show. But you never know. I mean, also, if they do that heel turn I predicted for the men's chamber match, that could be a reason why they'd go with that one instead. It's not going to top off last year's Chamber, though, for sure. Definitely not. Last year's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view was amazing, as we all know. And that men's Chamber match was stacked. And the historic John Cena heel turn that flub. But, you know, it's not here nor there, not anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. But yeah, thank you, Tyler. And I'm going to cut right here, guys. Like I said, I got a lot to do. I just want to get those out there real quick. We'll see who wins the women's qualifying match tonight, and we'll see, of course, where WWE goes following elimination. We'll see where WrestleMania will go following Elimination Chamber. So I'll see you guys when I get back, unless I get a second or two to pop in tomorrow, which I don't think is going to happen. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Elimination Chamber? My preview again. I have Cody winning the men's chamber, Tiffany winning the women's, Punk and Becky are both retaining, and what I think I've set up. Could we possibly get a fatal 4-way WrestleMania for the women's IC title? Will Finn Balor accomplish the goal of, even though he's not going to win, he's still going to prove he still belongs in the main event scene? Who will we have win the women's chamber? And will Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton turn heel inside the men's chamber? Leave your guys' thoughts, get down in the comment section below, and slap a like on the video, and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well at the Club of Man 93, and on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all later. Have a great rest of your night, and do not forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself. And that is not just an opinion, my friends. That is a fact of life. Yeah!